What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. And I've got another one-to-one. And I'm proud to announce that this will be a regular show every Thursday with my guy, Callum from Coppish. Big Liverpool channel. You get me? One of three on the channel. Shout out to Matty and Drifty. But big up to you, Callum, man. Love for coming on. And yeah, man, Liverpool, top of the league.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me, bro. It's a real pleasure doing this, man. And big up to what you're doing and love the success that you're having as well. And yeah, man, Liverpool is looking good at the moment, man. I can't lie. It's looking good.
Yeah, man, listen. Big up to everyone who's locked in. Make sure you smash the like on the video and subscribe to channel, subscribe to Coppish TV. Listen, 5 points clear. Did you envisage this start of the season? Because boy, this has been incredible without any real signings. And listen, Chiesa, you signed it, but it's not been available. You've had no signings, really, let's be honest. Did you envisage this, like, 5 points clear?
No, not at all. So going into the season, when we had only signed Chiesa, I predicted that we'd finish third. I didn't think we'd drop out of top four. I didn't have no worries like that because I didn't think Chelsea were ready to capitalise yet. Newcastle aren't really there.
Yeah.
Yourselves aren't there. Aston Villa was going to be a bit of a roller coaster season because of Champions League for them. So I didn't think we'd fall out the top four. I thought we'd finish comfortably third, but I didn't think we'd be in a title race as such. I thought we'd put the top two. I didn't think we'd be in a title race. And then, especially with not us getting a midfielder, I think obviously Kez is a good signing, but we've not seen anything of him. I think we could have done with another defender as well, sort of a hybrid left back / left centre back. Didn't get that. So I wasn't worried going to the season, but I was frustrated because I wanted to kick on. I want to challenge for the league every season. I don't just want to finish top four. But I'll be honest, the start we've had, I'm not going to get ahead of myself because I know we've still got some rough games to go. We've got some hard away games. The end of the season for us is really difficult as well. But for what we've accomplished so far, for what Slot's done so far, I'm over the moon. Really am.
You know what? It's mad, you know, man, because everyone was taking the mick out of him to start the season. Even me, everyone was like, yo, slot machine. You know what I mean? Everyone was getting excited. Listen, I predicted us to finish ahead of you because I said it in a way that I thought, bro, I respected Klopp here in terms of like, this guy is a big figure at Liverpool, right? And anyone that comes after him, like we've had it with Fergie, with Moyes, like you just see a natural drop-off. But bro, I feel like it's almost like he's just said, you know what? I'll take it from here, but I'll elevate you a little bit as well in terms of giving that steelness, giving that compactness, even that, you know, that feeling of, you know what? Like in games, we're tactically a bit more astute. Like, you know, it's not just a case of my passion, go out there and run. It's like, you know, guys, know your position. What are you doing? Where are you going? You're coming off if you don't, like there's actual like accountability in your play. And I just thought to myself, Slot first season, you know, nah, man. He's not going to finish up like, because I predicted fourth, but I thought to myself, no way, title challenge. And you know what? He's exceeded expectations tenfold, man. And everyone's surprised. Every rival fan actually looks at him and like, you know what? Fair play. In a weird way, even me as a United fan, that is meant to be the biggest like enemies at Liverpool, right? Yeah. Even I'm like, you know what? Fair play to Slot. Because, you know, you've exceeded expectations at Liverpool. Exceeded.
Yeah, so I agree with you. What I will say, and this is where I sort of went against.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just while we get Callum back, he is right. I'm not going to lie to you. I think for me, guys, if I'm being truly honest with you, it's one of them where he's exceeded it massively. Yeah.
Yes. So I went against the grain with a lot of people because I get the comparisons for when Fergie left Man United and Arsene Wenger left Arsenal. But I kept on saying to people, that's just surface level.
No.
When Fergie left Man United, you had an aging squad.
Yeah.
Your facilities weren't up to par. The Glazers are still there. And no one really knew that the extent to which how bad they were because Fergie was covering it over.
Yeah.
When Wenger left Arsenal, it was a toxic fan base. The squad wasn't good. The training facilities and stuff wasn't up to par. and there was just no direction. The moment we found out Klopp was leaving, as much as I don't like FSG, they got stuff in order. So they rebuilt the structure behind the scenes. That was the key thing. But also, Klopp left us with a fantastic foundation, new training facility. And the way our training facility is built is that the office is sort of in the middle of the training facility. So on one side, he sees the young academy, and then on the other, you've got the first team. So that's why he was able to dip into the academy and take a player here, take a player there, because he's familiar with them. So he's already got that in place as well. Not to mention the squad we had was a very good squad as well. Did need tweaking, but it was a very good squad. So I never had the worry of dropping off to the extent like you guys and Arsenal did. It was just that I want a league. I want number 20 in it. 20 is just in my mind. I want number 20. And I thought to myself, we're not there yet. And look, even Slot, I said it's going to be a 50-50 situation, because you see people like Ten Hag, who were dominating in the Netherlands, in Holland, come over and struggle. But you saw other managers come over and do well. So I said it's literally a 50-50. But so far, he's been excellent. And you're right, the transition has been seamless. Really has been.
It's seamless. And, you know, even players where you're looking at Van Dijk, you know, growing in confidence. Trent Alexander-Arnold, a bit more defensively resolute now. Mo Salah's got that more of a creativity role now, and he's getting involved in the game. Whereas maybe I was looking towards the end of Klopp, and I was like, he wasn't really getting involved as much. And I felt like he was a bit frustrated, getting benched a lot and whatnot. So there was some things I was like, Diaz's form, Konate, like there's people that have evolved as well, and that's a key. If you can get a manager to not only improve your players, but also take away their weaknesses, that's an excellent trait of a manager, bro. And you know what? He's actually a likable guy, man. Like, not saying that Klopp wasn't a likable guy, but you know it, innit? With Klopp, he was moaning, he was, come on, like, every rival fan was like, bloody hell.
Yeah, rival.
Yeah.
Rival fans hated him,
Yeah, man. Oh, it's Slot. You're kind of like, hold on a minute. This brother ain't all right.
Sounds like you want to jump ship, bro. You want to jump? You want to?
No, I'm a bit pissed off. We got the wrong ball manager. You know what I mean? Because Ten Hag, we had Ten Hag, and bro, this guy was talking about Harry Potter, and I'm seeing Slot, and I'm like, this guy's talking tactics. I'm like, ain't they from Netherlands? Ain't they both? You know what I mean? Like, ain't they both in the same area? What's going on? Nah, genuinely, bro. Like, honestly, bro. Like, this is why it hurts me. Like, and it's sometimes on this space we get so much caught in the actual tribalism. Yeah, you actually got to give credit, man, and say to yourself, you know what? Fair play. Slot's come in and he's giving that South fans a belief, bro. Because there was a lot of fans at the start that were saying, "Yo, Slot, nah, bro, I'm not feeling this, bro." You know what I mean? Everyone's got humble pie, bro. And it's okay in football, man, to get humble pie.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about.
Yeah. For me, like, I was never, like, it was weird because obviously we got linked with Xabi Alonso, ex-player, killing at Leverkusen. So I get straight away, I'm like, yeah, Xabi's the guy. Go get Xabi Alonso. We're good in it. Obviously, don't get Xabi Alonso. He decides to stay at Leverkusen, which was a smart move by him to just develop his career.
Yeah.
But then, again, straight away, I was like, yeah, go and get Amorim then. Amorim's the next best guy. Go and get Amorim. And I remember when the Slot link first started, and I was like, I don't even know who this guy is. And I was like, we ain't going to go for someone like this. We're going to get an established manager. We just lost Klopp. And then the rumblings continued, and then I started hearing from more credible people, and I was like, all right, I'm going to do a bit of research on him. All the research I did looked really good. Like, he looked like he was tactically good. He was playing a 4-2-3-1, which is my favorite formation. But in the back of my mind, I'm still like, can he make that transition from Feyenoord, Liverpool? Because it's like going from Ajax to Man United is still a big step, but Ajax are globally known. They've won Champions Leagues. They're winning leagues on a regular. Feyenoord aren't that team.
Nope.
And you go from that to Liverpool, but his demeanor, and you're right with what you say. Look, I love Klopp. Klopp's my favorite manager of all time.
Yeah.
But it could be prickly sometimes. And there was times where you're like, come on, Klopp, man. Chill, just chill. Whereas Slot, he doesn't seem like he really loses his cool like that. And maybe it's because it's still early.
Yeah.
So give it in March, bro. We could see a couple of decisions go against us, and he could lose his head completely. Yeah. But as of right now, he just seems very cool, calm, and calculated. And I like
Yeah,
even the
100%.
football. The football's not as entertaining, but I prefer this style of football because it's got longevity.
It's got longevity, it's got sustainability, and also, listen, bro, like you win 2-0 against Aston Villa, you shut up shop, bye. Like, you know, we love to get more. You love to get more goals, but at the same time, it's like, bro, like you've won the game.
You only get 3 points. You only get
3 points, bro. See what I'm saying? And then you've got the teams around you, bro. Like, broski, Man City, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, like, do you like? Is every Liverpool fan in their head thinking it's still Man City? Or are you looking at them in a different and say, you know what? Nah, bro. Like, we got to have chest. Because at the end of the day, yeah, I feel like that's maybe where Liverpool fans are kind of just sitting back a little bit saying, you know what? We're not fully showing chest. We're not fully saying this is ours. We're title favourites. Like, do you still believe Man City? Because, bro, no Rodri. De Bruyne ain't the same player with his injuries. Bernardo's not looking good. Like, bro, Kyle Walker, the back line's a bit, you know, dodgy and that now with certain play. Like, they're not the same, bro. You see what I'm saying?
I fully hear you. So going into the season, I actually predicted Arsenal to win it for those reasons that I thought City just can't keep on going. Like, they're a phenomenal team. Pep Guardiola is a phenomenal manager, but there's got to be a point where human takes over and you're like, I can't keep going. And then when I saw Rodri get injured, I was like, oh, it's Arsenal's now. But Arsenal have obviously been slipping away. I know it's going to sound like a very crazy shout, but I still have Arsenal as the favourites. And the reason I do is because their run of form, I think if I'm not mistaken, December, they're only in London. They're only playing London. So they've got a couple of away games, but they're only in London. So they're not having to travel up and down. They've got a lot of home fixtures, and their fixture list isn't, on paper, it's pretty nice to them, just like ours has been so far this season. So I still look at Arsenal and think they're a threat. City, and I'm never going to not see City as a threat because I've learned the hard way so many times where I'm thinking, we're going to pick them to the end and then 1 point in it and they win it. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, it's done. If we can get through the next 4 or 5 fixtures unscathed and Arsenal and City slip up, then I might have more chest. But for now, I can't. Plus, I still think we need to do business in January as well.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. January is a key one, isn't it? Like, if you were to say, right, we go get Zubimendi in January, and I don't know, I'm looking at maybe a fullback, maybe a left back. I feel like your left back area, I'm not gonna lie to you, Robertson isn't the same player anymore.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah,
Zubimendi and a left back. Say you go and get Kirkaz or something like that. Yeah. Are you saying let's have it? Yeah. F everyone else.
Yeah. Full chest.
Yeah.
Full chest. Especially if we're a few points ahead as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Full chest.
If you beat Man City, you're then 8 points clear.
Yeah, I know.
Callum.
I know. This is what I'm saying. I will have full chest because it would remind me of 1920 when we beat them and then kind of just went on a tear in it. The thing is, and this is where you're right, because at the moment I think our system is heavily reliant on Gravenberch. So for me, Van Dijk's been our best player. Gravenberch has been our second best player this season. Him and Ibu. But the system relies a lot on Gravenberch being able to receive the ball, turn, and get the move started. We're a suspension or an injury away with Gravenberch from being a completely different team. And that's why I can't get ahead of myself, because it can happen. And so that's why I'm saying, if we go and get us another centre midfielder and another fullback or centre back, then I'm like, we got a squad. Now I'm good. Because he's barely rested as well. Gravenberch is barely rested and we're in November now.
Bro, that's the one thing I think you're right. With Man City, they can always slot in someone else in. They can bring in someone else in. Arsenal can do the same a little bit in that aspect. Bro, with Liverpool, they have to near enough have their full 11 available and fit most of the time, bro. Like they near enough have to, bro. You know what I'm trying to say to you? And that is something that it's a constant pressure, bro. Because at the end of the day, you can't keep doing that, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, like Real Madrid, I think is Real Madrid before Man City, by the way.
Yeah, so we got Southampton on Sunday, Real Madrid Wednesday, and then Man City. It's huge.
Oh my God, man. That is tough, man. Whereas Man City have got maybe
they got Spurs this weekend. I'm not sure who they got in the Champions League though.
Let me
but
see,
they've got to go hard in the Champions League because then they're they're drifting out of the automatic qualification position.
They got Feyenoord.
Home roll away. There should be a home for that.
Home.
Yeah, see, that should be a nice little routine win for them.
That should be a nice little routine win, bro. You get me? Where they can rest players as well.
Yeah.
That's tough, you know, man.
One thing I will say though, you see, you spoke about our starting 11. I agree with you, but one thing that Slot's done better than I think Klopp's done in previous years, he's rotated better. So even people like Curtis Jones, he's in good form at the moment, but he didn't start the season. And then we got Harvey Elliott coming back now. Allison, even the Allison situation. For me, Allison's the best goalkeeper in the world. We haven't even missed him. Like, he'll probably walk straight back into the team.
You haven't missed him, blood.
You haven't missed him. So stuff like that gives me that little confidence where I'm like, something could run this season. But again, I got to keep my feet on the ground for now. But bro, in January time, if we're 8-9 points clear, ooh.
I might have to tap into Coppish TV.
Yeah. It's gonna get crazy.
This to be out. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, bro. Listen, you know me. I would love to be in the title race, bro. Broski. You see, bro, us in the title race is mad.
I'm gonna be real with you,
bro.
You know what I mean? You see the Amarim signing?
Yeah.
It's the last thing I wanted to see. I wanted to see Ten Hag there given the season. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Of course, man.
Yeah, you're a sleeping giant. You're a sleeping giant. And the thing is, spending money for you guys has never been an issue, whereas that's been an issue for us. It's always been structure and personnel with you guys. It's never been a money thing.
I know.
So when you get the structure and the personnel right, everyone in the league is going to sit back and go, they're back now. And it's a problem because you can still, bruv, you're scraping certain positions, but you're still attracting big name players and top players. So it's like, if you're back in the Champions League regularly, if you're back challenging for titles, it's going to be a problem. That I'll be real with you. I grew up with this. I don't want it in my adult life, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I don't need it. But I do think Amarim's gonna instill a different type of mentality in that team.
Did you want it before Slot, by the way? Was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
so
I can't lie. Yeah, I wanted it was either Amarim or Xabi Alonso for me.
Yeah.
100%. I can't lie. Amarim's he's a brilliant manager.
But you know what it is, though? I like the fact that all these managers are young now. Even Slot 45, Maresca 44, Arteta's 44, 42 or something like that.
Amarim the guard, isn't it?
He's 39. Like, bro, like I feel like now your mind has to be like fresh. Your mind has to be active. You need to be active in training. You need to have a young mind. Like, I can't really talk to that brother like that, you know. See, with Ten Hag, be like, yo, Sancho, Nah, bro, you can't be dealing with man like that. You see, Amarim, all right, let me deal with this differently. I'm a head coach now. Let me deal with this differently.
Yeah.
That's what I hope that I see with Amarim, is that he understands and then he says, right, this is how I'm going to tackle it. Not just go in full throttle, get caught in, you know what I mean, the no man's land, and then next thing you know, you're looking worse for wear. Like, attack it in a very, very measured way. And then after that, bro, it's about coaching. And get this player coached, bro, because we've not been coached, bro, since Van Gaal. If I'm being honest with you.
Long time, Well, you only have to look at Rashford. You only have to look at Rashford, and his game hasn't progressed. And that is obviously he has to take some accountability as well. But that's ultimately down to coaching. And I'm glad what you said regarding how players are treated, because it's not a one size fits all. But I've got kids. I can't treat my two oldest children the exact same. I've got to approach them differently. Even though we're under the same household, I still got to approach them differently, different personalities. I look at Slot, and I don't know if you remember it, but early in the season, Trent got benched and he threw a little strop on the bench.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Like, when I saw that, I was like, because you're not shouting at him, you're not doing the rare tear, you're just going over and having a quiet word saying, look, I'm the boss, chill, this is why I've done it. And then after that, it was all good again. There was no news articles about it, there was no nothing. It just got dealt with there and then calmly, and then we move on. And stuff like that, I'm like, I can trust this man to do with this team.
Yeah, and that's what you want, though, innit? You just got to say to yourself, you know what, man? Like, yeah, man, that's what it's got to be done. Because end of the day, people can say, "Oh, why are you going up to him? Why are you going up to him?" Yeah, but at the same time, bro, like he's an important player that we've got to understand that. Yo, I took you off because I'm trying to win this game, bro. And I just feel like for me, I'm bringing someone else in that we can get over the line, bro. And I think you did it. Was it against Brentford? You won the game.
Brentford. I think he just wanted to rest him, though. But again, this is a lot of the players we have, for lack of a better term, they were spoiled by Klopp, innit? So even if they had a bad game or they were playing badly, they'd usually finish the game. Like Salah, Trent, all these lot would they get their own way in it. Whereas now, Slot's here and it's like it's a clean slate. No one's immune to it. So even before, Salah would get subbed off and you see him tearing off the wristband and dashing it on the floor, but we're 4-0 up. And I'm like, bro, we're winning. Like, whereas now,
winning, bro.
Whereas now he kind of just walked to the sideline. You can tell it still burns him, but he's like, I got to do it.
But you know what though? But you want players that wanna fight in it. You get me? Like, and Ronaldo, you know what I mean, doing that, and then Fergie was like, "Yo, sit back down, brother." You know what I mean, bro? You're coming up,
elite mentality.
Yeah, elite mentality, bro. You want that? You know, I don't know whether these players at United have got that. If I'm being honest with you, but I look at it, we're only 4 points behind third, bro. This league here, man, it's a crazy league. And you know what's mad here, Callum? You've got Brighton, you've got Newcastle, who people are doubting Newcastle, but they're still in and around that area. Yeah. You've got Nottingham Forest. They may drop off, who knows, but still, they still got a decent, solid back line. Who else is in there, bro? Villa. You know, like I look at the league table, I'm like,
it's crazy now.
Even though you might have a little drop off when they won't win 2 or 3 games, but they're still gonna go back up again. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, it moves. Yeah. It's like that all the time.
Horrible, brother. It's a horrible league to play. Any one of the top 10 teams on their day, you could get butchered by.
Yeah, basically. Man City got
madness for you.
Yeah, 100%. If you go to Brighton away now, it's not guaranteed. You go
Brighton
to this
away, scary.
Newcastle away, not guaranteed. Scary. They beat Man City. They drew against Man City, and they beat
Arsenal.
Yeah. Both 12-30 kickoffs. They know what they're doing in the Premier League as well.
They
said, you know what? Go in there, 12-30 kickoff.
Yeah.
You know,
trip up to the north. Trip up to the north.
12-30 kickoff.
Yeah.
Let's be having you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't sleep on this league because there's so many good players. And this is why I speak about, you know, when people will say, the league's not the same as what it was back in the day. I disagree. I think it's a harder league to win now than it's ever been. Because don't get me wrong, players of yesteryear like your Henrys, your Van Nistelrooy, your Scholeses, your Gerrard, your Lampards, you probably don't have those caliber of player today.
Yeah.
But what you do have is there's a lot more parity. So back in the day, you couldn't go to number 10 team and think, right, I'll take a couple of their players. I'm looking at Brighton, bro. I'm thinking Balaba's a bad boy. I'm thinking João Pedro's a bad boy. Mitoma's a bad boy. Minter's a bad boy. And I'm like, these are like 8th, 9th in the league sometimes. Yep. And I'm like, I would never have thought that about 8th, 9th back in like 2005, 2006.
No, man.
It was a top 4 exclusive.
Yeah, it was top 4 exclusive.
Like, even the fact that we have a big 6 now, quote unquote, a big 6. But even the big 6, bruv's not safe. Villa's broken the big 6. Newcastle broken the big 6.
Bro, so I was on a show called the Mid 6 last year, bro. The Mid 6. Bro, I was on the Mid 6, bro, with Chelsea. I was in it with Wolves. I was in it with Newcastle. Brighton was in there. I was like, yo, what am I on with that club, man? Mid 6, you know.
Yeah.
What's going on?
You can't.
And that's the reality. That's the reality, bro. We're part of it.
Yeah.
We're exclusive to that now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're exclusive to, and I just think for me, it's like, bro, you got like Liverpool this year. I'm not saying they got away with it yet, but they've struck gold with the manager adapting.
Oh, yeah.
Well. But had they not here and had it gone left here, we would have looked like a very ugly situation where, you know, bro, I'm telling you, bro.
It would be crazy, right?
It could have been crazy right now. Liverpool could have been, oh my days, man. I
wouldn't be if we had recruited wrong in the summer and it went pear-shaped. I don't know how long it would have taken our club to recover, because clubs like yourself, Chelsea, Man City, even Arsenal, they throw money at their solutions, innit? Money gets them out of trouble. We don't do that. So it would have taken us a while.
This is what I'm trying to say, brother.
A while. I would have been, I don't know where we'd have gone.
Bro, I just think for me right now, with the way Liverpool are going, I think ultimately it is game by game. Like, you know, you win against Southampton, which you expected to win. Get that 3 points over the line. Man City have got Tottenham at home, which, if I'm being honest with you, they've lost 4 in a row, bro. You know what I mean? Tottenham do well at that ground, actually, you know, to be fair. You know, then Tottenham, they're in a bit of a sticky situation where I think they've lost, you know, they're in a yo-yo situation. They can't afford to drop games as well. I didn't even mention Tottenham as well. Like, they need to win games as well to get into the
They lost to Ipswich at home.
Ipswich at home. They need to bounce back. If they don't bounce back, it's looking sticky for them. So it's like, you know, and then if they drop points and Liverpool win, then it's like, okay, cool. You go into that Liverpool game now, you're thinking, right, win that game by any means necessary, and you then create a gap. And if you do that, wow, that is going to be brilliant, bro. And for this group of players, like I said, Gravenberch been excellent. You know, there's been some players like Diaz, who's always not been hot and cold. Even Gakpo.
Gakpo stepped up as well this season.
Gakpo, bro. You know, he could have been a United player. It's crazy how things turned out. But I think we would have probably flopped at United. But at Liverpool, he's done well there. Broski, like, all of the feelings right now for you lot, it's like, it's brilliant, isn't it? And maybe it's too good to believe, so that when it comes a little bit down, you then, maybe the fan base is like, oh, well, we told you so. We didn't sign anyone. We told you so. And all of a sudden, that positive feeling goes out the window. It's crazy. It's scary, isn't it, how things go left.
And that's why I'm not getting ahead of myself, because but we could be back-to-back losses away from dropping out the top of the league, and then the fan base turns. We could pick up an injury here or there. And again, I know Arsenal went on about their injuries. We've had more injuries than Arsenal. I think Man United have had more injuries than Arsenal. City have definitely had more injuries than Arsenal. So, but like, you've seen how injuries can like change the narrative. Saliba was out suspended for a game. Everyone lost their head. So again, I think it's so early, because we've only played 11 games this season, haven't we?
10.
It's still early.
That's why I'm like, yo.
It's still early.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like this.
Second half of the season, we're doing a title charge.
I mean, bro, it's crazy.
It's too early for
too
me
early.
to be like with chest going, it's ours. It's too early, because we're not even halfway through yet. If we're halfway through and we're like this, then full chest.
Bro, but it's 10 games in. It's 10 games, and Amrin will look to say,
it's going to be a long season. It's going to be a long season.
100%, bro. Like, we were looking to win that first game against Ipswich, which is going to be tough. I can't lie to you. It will be tough, but win that first game, then you beat Everton at home, then you go into Arsenal all of a sudden at their ground. You beat them, boy.
Do you reckon Amarim, because obviously he's famous for like the 3-4-3 formation. Do you think he'll do that straight away, or do you think he'll kind of ease into the formation rather than just go straight into it?
I think he has to do it straight away. I think if he allows the players to get comfortable too soon, I'd be like, you know what? We're not really doing this now. We're not really. Nah, bro. You got to do it straight away, brothers. Yeah, straight away you must. Because if you don't, that's where it gets a bit sticky. So I would say, for me, straight away, go into that game. And if you lose, listen, you can lose a game, right? But if you lose with playing with the way you play, everyone respects that tenfold. But if you play and then you go 5 at the back and you don't just, you're compact, you're sitting back off Ipswich, everyone's like, hold on a minute, what's changed here? You know what I mean? What's really changed? You know what I mean?
You think you got the personnel to do the 3-4-3 at the moment? Obviously, you're buying the summer, but do you think you've got the personnel to implement it straight away?
I think because we've got a lot of centre backs. So we've got Lenny Euro back. Martinez is there. Listen, dare I say Maguire, who's used to a back three. You know, Lindelof there, who's used to a back three. Like, these guys,
Lindelof's still there.
So they're not good in a 2, but in a 3, they can run. Be. Like, Gomez is, I don't know. Some people say he's better in 3, but you know, it's almost like sometimes it's better suited in that regard. So it's some players are just suited to a back 3, and a lot of our players are actually. So we're gonna have to wait and see, man. But I'm excited.
You go Martinez, then Maguire, and then what? Euro or Martinez, Euro, and then Euro.
Yeah, Euro, Martinez.
Okay, and then who's fullback? You need a left-footed fullback, then, right?
Yes, so I would actually go Mazraoui, and then what do you call it, Dalot on that side as well. Ugarte and Cass. I go
Not
maybe.
Kobe, no? You wouldn't go with Garte and Kobe?
No, I think for me, I think Kobe, I don't know, he has to maybe work in a double pivot. Have to understand this game, maybe. For now, I'll go with a solid partnership. And then obviously up front, front three, I'll go with Diallo, Bruno, and Rashford up front. Because I feel like for me, Højlund and Xerxes are just not quite there yet in terms of playing that number 9 role. But Rashford at least can give you rundown of channels, just do the basics for now. I think he'll understand the basics of everyone and then say, right, who's a specialist in this role now? Who am I better in training? Then after that, we go see. We go see, man. Yeah. So, well, listen.
Diallo's someone that Ten Hag really
100%. Diallo must.
He's got, there's something about him, man.
Must.
Yeah, there's something about him.
All the talk is on Sunday, and that's where we're going to have it, man. You get me? But, Callum, wicked first show, man. Big up to you, bro, man. Honestly, it's flew by, man. That 30 minutes flew by, bro. Big up to you, bro. Love for coming on, man.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Make sure, guys, follow Coppish people. Also, follow Callum's personal channel as well. What is it called again? Callum,
the Sanderson Show.
Yeah, the Sanderson Show. So make sure you follow that. And links will be in the description as well. And yeah, bro, like I said, man, this is going to be a crazy end to the season. We will be there. Non-stop football.
Come on.
We are back. Take care, guys. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. We are out. Peace.